probably had this draft. Maybe swap out the Sand King something else, but they've definitely had this draft in this one.
We've seen this. We've seen
Yeah,
this.
they had Kimberstar in most of the games for RNG instead of the Sand King.
All right, guys, time for those solid predictions. What are we thinking?
Okay, so I'm gonna say LGD because I believe in them. But if there's any game that Elephant should win, it should be this one. Right, it's their elimination game. They have to step it up, and LGD are not on their best heroes. So
yeah, I also
there's a chance here.
I think LGD is gonna take this, but we know we gotta summon the Cast of Curse right now. Nomad, you're gonna also have to go for LGD, and together.
But I wanted to go to Elephant, but you're right. We should use our powers for good. Well, yeah. I'll vote for LGD. I want Elephant to win, and I think Elephant will win. But I'm officially predicting LGD to summon the cast. But of course, casting this game 3, we've got the brilliant Beacon and the talented, handsome, knowledgeable analysts were all unavailable, so we've got Mo Farah instead. Enjoy.
He had me in the first half, I'll tell you that much.
Oh no he didn't. Don't
no,
pretend.
He didn't. It's late in the event, he didn't have me at that point.
How many times have we seen LGD deward the mid ward this tournament? It's ridiculous.
30 seconds to battle.
They always get away with it, then they end up throwing like a first blood in there after a skirmish of a 5v5. At least in every Pudge game they've secured first blood, but this is not a Pudge game. This is somehow an Arc Warding game. Makes me very excited. I love Arc Warding games.
Yeah, Arc Warden pick. They were memeing about it on the panel. The bronze tier Arc Warden. Not fantastic, but Ame steps up a bit too far.
Yeah, he's getting chased. Illusory Orb right on top of Ame, going for the body blocks with that John. Good job by Somnus, who now gets first blood. And I believe all 3 games Ame has given up first blood.
Yeah, and they did end up going for the TA ban. I like just Jinky's face just in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Top tier.
What do you think he's giggling about right now? He let TA through again? Oh my god. So stinky. Oh man.
So they're playing safe lane DP. Okay. Who was it we saw do this the other day? Was it Aster in their 13-minute GG? I think that played safe lane DP.
No, Monet was on Razor when that happened.
Oh, they played mid DP actually, I think, that game, didn't they?
Yeah. Right now, 6-2, 7-2 for Somnus. Just doing his thing.
7-2 and having the first blood. Amazing.
Yeah.
I do think this Shadow Demon, sorry, not Shadow Demon, Void Arc Warden combo is very strong. If you ever get that flux down, like with the time dilation on top of the Spark Wraith, it's a lot of damage that can come through, but Shadow Demon makes it pretty difficult, having that ability to kind of break up fights with the disruption.
Definitely seems like I just miss Rubik, and maybe it's a BO5 with FY in it where we're just not seeing it. But I'd love to see FY play a Rubik game, but I almost feel like right now Rubik games are like asking to lose.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Unfortunately.
I hear it's not great. It's not absolutely
not a great
horrendous,
spot.
but there's just much better forwards, right?
Yeah.
Problem.
Mid lane, nothing to say, sitting a little bit low. He's got no bottle at the moment. Illusory Orb hits, and well, Puck's gonna jaunt to the other side of the river and take the bottom water rune. Also dragging some creeps with him.
You didn't want to make sure you don't miss out on any of the XP while you're taking the runes, so makes sense.
Ooh, nothing to say. Still fighting with Somnus. Somnus again onto the high ground.
Sanking getting very low top there.
And he's only dealing with one tango left, so Faith Beyond, he needs to be careful about how he goes about using this regen and what he can do with it, because he's getting harassed quite a bit to the point where this lane's going to get more difficult for him.
Yeah, it is a tough lane.
I'm not opposed to taking
Hoodwink takes the bounty ring. Oh yeah, okay. His mid lane doesn't have bottle, does it? That makes sense. Yeah, but again, the Sand King's lane is like, yeah, it's important, but at the same time, you know, the most important thing's obviously going to be when you hit that blink timing, right? Oh, he didn't get any of the core stick hits off there from the creeps because of the Carapace. Well played by Super.
The Crypt Storm coming in on Faith Beyond, and he'll go to a tango and try to sustain.
Yes, regen coming out, I think, or at least the Hoodwink does, right? Yeah, there's the south.
So that'll keep him sipped up. Somnus. Ooh, one shot from dead there is nothing to say was going for it. It's a question of whether or not how much he wanted to commit in that. And there were no TPs coming in from Elephant. They were kind of committed to letting that dive happen.
You can see the Invoker as well, going to get the bot water room because guess who's coming top? It's the Hoodwink. Somnus has to TP to base. I mean, he's going to miss out on so much in this mid lane now. So yes, Faith Beyond's going to suffer from this up in the top lane from not having a Hoodwink there, but I mean, the Somnus' lane is so difficult now. He has the TP back for the tier 2.
Impale, Faith Beyond, Burrow Strike away, but the Crypt Swarm, ooh, the right clicks, just needs one more. Faith Beyond really low there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And almost falls. I will say these Arc Warden games still kind of scare me. I know in this event, the Arc Warden games have averaged about 35 minutes or so. But when my lifetime average of Arc Warden games that I see are over 100 minutes, I start to get nervous either way.
Yeah, I think the Arc Wardens looked okay this tournament. I mean, God King looks pretty good on it as well for RNG, right? So
yeah, he definitely plays that hero in a specific style to him compared to others.
The laning stage going much better for Elephant this game, though. You know, especially after that first blood for Somnus as well, mid. I think it's really helped.
And they're not bleeding kills afterwards.
Exactly, and I think this top lane in particular, like the Sand Kings, like you've mentioned before, struggled a little bit for LGD.
And bringing FY around, maybe hoping to get a kill here on a Nothing to Say. They do have Dream Coil to work with to get this kill on the Invoker, and maybe a little bit more if FY does commit to this, but he's turned back around and has head towards bot. All right. First hit bash.
Easy.
Never in doubt. Obviously, he had it toggled. Now, I guess the question just becomes, what do you want from Eurus in this game on the Death Prophet, right? Everything else seems pretty standard, but what do you want from Eurus to make this game a success?
As in, like, what kind of plays do they make, or
items?
Dire's top tower is under
What
attack.
items? What plays? I guess they're gonna Dream Coil over bottom. They'll look for the Arc Warden, and with Ame trying to defend himself, can they get anything out of it? They end up turning and getting FY. They still lose Ame.
he doesn't have coil, so it might be a difficult kill, but with the DD...
He wants to back up after they show that TP, though.
That makes sense. Yeah, good rotation, though, from the puck. Back to your question, Eurus on the DP. I mean, you're assuming between the puck Doom DP cores, they are going to want to play quick, like the panel are hoping for. Maybe some kind of, like, you know, second item BKB potentially looks really good this game. It's a good hood game, though, as well. My big problem for Elephant is if they do get to the late game on LGD, this Arc Warden just absolutely rips through DP. Like, you get that Scardy timing.
Disruption. And 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. Can he land a 4th here? Oh, doesn't grab it. Jinkyu surviving. Also, though, losing his courier on this. Nothing to say. He's made the rotation, trying to get anything out of it that he can with the EMP. Somnus with the Illusory Orb will jaunt over and back out of sight, but it's not looking likely that FY is going to survive here. Continuing to throw Shadow Poisons, but to no avail, and Disruption will just extend the inevitable.
So much time wasted, though, by FY. He wasted LGD's time, I mean. Like, that whole time, the DP's just farming top lane fine. Oh.
Tornado EMP, but again, having that phase shift.
Is that worth it? Stunning the Invoker with Carapace, but losing all your mana for it? I'm sure that's not good.
Really?
I've seen a few times this. It wasn't in game 1 as well, I think we had it, but... Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
Spike Carapace, Dream Coil, and they'll throw the time dilation out, get a bash on a super, but they've got the right clicks to take out Innocence.
Are fortified.
So Somnus now on a killing spree, and again, this just falls back into what the panel said about being comfortable and having a comfort hero in an elimination game like this. They'll go and use that exorcism in the bot lane. They'll look for Ame. They'll chase for the Scorched Earth, and they will kill off this Arc Warden. They'll take the Tempest double for an extra 180 gold there for Yang, who's already, going for Midas, has the Devour. Why does he need more gold like this? I don't know, but he might even get another one with the Doom thrown out on the Hoodwink because he is level 6. Will chase with the help from FY. Want to be able to catch him, so they'll use the disruption. They have the Shadow Poison, and the Crypt Swarm is there for Eurus. They'll get the kill on a Shinkyu, and this is a 2k lead for Elf, and the best they've looked thus far.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, much better from them this game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Helps, like the panel was saying before as well, OGA aren't on the heroes that we necessarily think of them for, though, as well. Oh, Somnus. Yeah, Faithian's coming over, so Somnus is going to have to run the opposite direction.
Goes one way, illusory orbs the other way, and it's into the void. Ooh, he's looking dead. They finally caught him.
Yeah, good pick up for LGD. Oh, they don't have the Burrow Strike stun now on the Sand King, though, to be able to catch FY. And Yang in the bot lane!
Oh, Tornado comes out, and that's while Yang is dying. Ame gets the kill there. FY gone. And Nick's Assassin, a +1. Epicenter there. Elephant once had it in their hands, and then their hands became mangoes, and it just fell out.
What an absolute disaster. They were doing so well, and they've just... feed's not the right word, right? But they give up 4 kills all in a row. They give up their mid-tier 1.
Somnus, Burrow Strike, Bushwhack. Oh dear, Somnus, he's dead again.
And all of a sudden, LGD have a net worth lead. What just happened in the last minute?
5 deaths.
They were doing so well. I mean, they are still doing fine, right? It's not like they're behind. It's just, an unfortunate series of events that... what's that guy's name that wrote the books? He'd be proud of. Isn't it Lemony something? Isn't it?
Isn't it Lemony something?
What's his name? God. Oh, this is really going to annoy me now.
I'm gonna let you keep guessing.
Oh, Lemony Snicket, that's it.
You got it. There you go.
Nice. I got there, don't worry.
You know who produced the movies?
Oh.
Not the movies, the show.
Wasn't it Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes. Nailed it. Silence onto the Sand King. Faith Beyond. Burrow struck away, but snapped the Dream Coil in doing so. Illusory Orb and right click coming in. It will take out Faith Beyond.
The one Sandstorm proc on the Carapace.
You used on the Void. And they will catch up to Innocence. They want to go for Jinkyu too. Maybe knowing that Void is dead here to the Doom. He's got 1 stack of the Shadow Poison on him, and they'll get the kill onto 3. A good rebound for Elephant.
Yeah, great rotations there. And yes, they do commit the Doom, but I think finding the kill with a Doom at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter who you use it on. Right?
Second time they've done it, and it's gotten a kill both times. So, you need those kills. You need to be able to commit.
Super. No Carapace.
In some trouble, and, well, Tornado will throw him up into the air, and as tornadoes do, when you go up in the air and fall back down like that, you're dead. So, there he goes. Sharpshooter, Burrow Strike out now on to FY. And Faith Beyond will have a second kill here for LGD, and it feels like when Elephant get kills, they bleed kills, and things end up even overall.
You seen he's going thingy on the Hoodwink? Oh, what's it called? God. P2 hammer. I think that was.
Dire are scanning.
On who?
Oh, the Hoodwink.
Yeah. He said something else.
I'm having blanks today at all points. I just... What is happening to me?
Sometimes that happens.
Oh, Yang.
Yang Bushwhack, EMP, Burrow Strike all there. Yang, who has not had a great showing this series, continues to struggle as he'll fall to Shinkyu with the Sharpshooter.
Is under attack.
Is it Hoodwink or is it Shooter McGavin? Either way, he's a Sharpshooter. We'll get that kill, so they'll end up ahead 10-8. Still a little bit of a net worth lead, though, for Elephant.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, Shinkyu might end up tanking a gank
Is
here.
under attack.
Oh, Silence doesn't land, but they do drop the Dream Coil down. We'll still get the kill. Eurus, he'll grab that.
I think he just used the silence to get in range for the coil to make sure it landed. That was all.
Fair enough.
God, it feels so bad playing mixed against Evoker when you just get all your mana burn like that. It can go both ways, right? Because the Carapace and the mana burn are really great against Invoker,
Dire's
but
top tower
Ooh.
is under attack.
Doom almost came out.
Structures are fortified.
And this is the thing that Theben was saying last time. They didn't really get the mid-tier 1 on Elephant, but they're going to go for it earlier here.
Eurus needs to be really careful about his positioning. Standing up like this is a little bit dangerous, and now they're going to have the disruption, which actually sets up for the Bushwhack Burrow Strike as well as the epicenter. Innocence, he's in the back lines. He has Chrono available. They get the kill to Eurus. They'll go for it super. There's a meteor on top of him. You're burning out. They've killed this Nyx. They'll take out Somnus. Ame, he has the help from Innocence. It'll be 4. LGD clean again.
And they
Delay.
defend...
It gives a clean shave, and LGD give a clean win on that.
And they defend their mid-tier 1 as well, Peacock.
Yeah.
I feel like Somnus has died quite a few times this game. Am I wrong on the puck? Is it like 3 or 4?
He's died 3 times.
Yeah.
And you could see Innocence just hunting with that Void. By the way, for those who don't know, I'm not sure if it was said, but this is his first pro Void game.
Oh, you love to see that, though.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed they didn't pick Pudge. I really thought they were going to go for it.
I was
Somnus again.
hoping a little bit for the series
Somnus again.
ender. Oh, Sharpshooter through, and Somnus is gone. I was hoping for the disrespect Pudge Techie's last game clincher.
He's trying to hunt here, and they see him under the sentry, though.
Bushwhack. They just placed that sentry, and they will get a positive take on it. So,
Hey,
they kill
again,
super.
they were doing so well on Elephant, and they just take like 2 bad fights in the game. That one where the net worth leveled up in the first place, and then that one bad tier 1 fight mid. And the game all of a sudden...
On the Void. Have the silence, and he'll time dilation. Fuels up into the air, and now the time walk away.
Doom bot.
Sunstrike in, Yang dead. Nothing to say.
Dire's
He's
bottom
6-0
tower
and
is
5.
under attack.
This is falling apart at the seams. And LGD just steamrolling through.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
It's just
tower.
all of a sudden they're just 5k net worth up. Like,
Yeah.
the moves they're making are so good. And you have to remember, like we said, going later and later, this Arc Warden's really gonna thrive. You know, like...
They found Somnus, who's playing aggressive on the Arc Warden. Bushwhack again, Spirit Vessel, Sharpshooter, Shinkyu. He is now 3-3 and 9. He's going into that Meteor Hammer like you said, but that was aggression coming in from Somnus. You can almost feel the tone that Somnus has. Came into the first 10 minutes of this game confidence. The last 5 minutes or so, it just feels like he's going for whatever he can and is desperate to find something.
I mean, it's very difficult for him because there's a lot of pick-off potential on LGD, right? There's the Burrow Strike that you have to worry about. There's the Bushwhack from the Hoodwink. Like, even the time dilation, the spells from the Void are really hard to deal with. And Elephant feels like they've just, without the exorcism, they're in this weird position where they don't have a huge amount of damage output. And so they kind of look to split up and farm instead of being able to like fight this LGD timing. And they get these too long cooldowns to worry about, where LGD are just relentless and they're constantly just running at them. His Arc Warden was so far behind at the start of the game. You give him 5 minutes of free farm and this is what happens. All of a sudden he has just Maelstrom bots. Like, unreal.
Wow. Yeah, and there's the Meteor Hammer for Shinkyu. Picking up the Bullwhip, going into the Tome. He's getting all the extras as well. Takes that Bushwhack cooldown, so yeah. I mean, he is in a great spot. And that being said, he's in a great spot. Void has 5,000 net worth. Innocence is here with a Sanj going into an Axe. The supports always find farm on LGD.
It's just the amount of kills as well that they take part in that they... I think Jinkyu's managed to pick up a decent amount of Gotham kills. Yeah, he's taking part in 12. Oh, Eurus. Oh god, run!
Nyx is behind them, and there's the Spike Carapace with the Vendetta Impale onto 2. They're going to bring the over. They've got the Dream Coil as well as the Waning Rift. That's going to be a silence on both these heroes. The Infernal Blade, Void in trouble. Silence, time dilation, walking out with a time walk. They get the kill on a Shinkyu. They'll end up losing Super. Tornado comes in with the Chronosphere. It's on a 2 with no follow-up. He's still trying to leave, but will fall to Somnus. So now Chrono on cooldown with the Blink Burrow Strike as well as the Epicenter coming in. Somnus is now gone as Faith Beyond makes the jump, and I think they're still going to fight. They've got the silence down on the FY. They'll throw down the Meteor, but nothing to say. He needs to be very careful as he was hit with that Demonic Purge. Well, the Soul Catcher coming in from FY and can't just jump in.
That felt like best case scenario for Elephant, and they still trade 2 for 2, and one of them being Somnus that dies.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Unfortunate, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that Invoker Kid voice is so annoying.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
Jeez. Orchid on the Evoker now as well. Go back to school. Jesus, it's a Monday morning. Afternoon even. God damn. Oh. Find the
in. Tornado's going to split the seams on the side of Elephant, and now have some control. They have the silence. Going to get the kill on a Face Beyond before he's no longer silenced. He might get a Burrow Strike in and turn it around. That's exactly what he does. They get the kill on FY. He'll take out Super. Now Eurus in trouble. Ame's Tempest doubles moving forward with the BKB pop back Yang. Jinky looking for the Bushwhack. That lands, and now they've got the time dilation. 3 heroes down on the side of Elephant for the one of Faith Beyond. Double kill for Ame there, now dominating.
Again, I don't want to say it, but where's the damage output? You know, it's a great catch by Super onto the Sand King, but they just don't have that like initial burst that LGD do to be able to throw out and find the kill. Like, so much of it is just delayed damage.
Oh, Somnus.
Somnus. Oh my god. Just gets out with the blink.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
Void switching off the Ags and going into a Lotus Orb.
And they're just... It's 4 of them sitting in their base at minute 21. You know, that's not a good sign, Beacop.
It's the same signs we've seen in games 1 and 2 where they lose a lot of their map and nowhere to farm. And they just naturally fall further and further behind.
I will say, though, I feel bad for Elephant because they've played so well this tournament so far, and they haven't shown it as well today, but I think LGD make everyone look bad at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, they crushed EG in the final of the Major.
Dire's middle tower.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how hard is it to look good against LGD, you know? Like we said before the series, when they're on it, they're really on it. And
right.
Today, they're just... It's their day.
But not just this season. You talk about the long storyline that is LGD, who have been to 3 previous grand finals for the Dota Pit seasons, have never won a Dota Pit, and on their way to potentially their first. Where Elephant, they won the last one.
Even in the DPC and things, like when this team was formed and stuff, they looked good, but they didn't look incredible. But they've really grown together as a unit.
Yeah.
And they've found their pace. And it's nice to see that when teams stick together for a decent amount of time and they carry on working in it.
Well, that's what you see from a team like IG that have been together for years.
And it comes in different regions as well, like Spirit in CIS, for example, I think are another really great example.
We'll see if Elephant can come back, but it's going to be difficult. You're going up against an Arc Warden. You have just the combinations from LGD in the Chrono, the Cataclysm, the Doom gets used. They've got the Chrono. It's on a 3. Sunstrike going after the Nyx Assassin. Super just blown it out of that Chrono. He's going to be forced to buy back. They've got the Leech coming out from the Dream Chrono. That's going to be on an Innocent. Sun is trying to survive, but the Meteor Hammer comes down. Faith Beyond. He ends up dead. That's going to be one dead on the side of LGD. Tempest double pushing back this Elephant side. Where can they commit? They've used the Exorcism. They go right in onto the Tempest double to take that gold. And now, do LGD reinitiate? They don't really have much in the way of catch without Faith Beyond, but we'll see. And no Chrono, it's a little bit difficult for them.
I just realized that Invoker went for Orchid instead of Axe when he has a Void on his, like, and Sanking on his team as well.
Oh,
I think, yeah, they see him under the Sentry Ward.
Yeah, silence.
Put mid lane.
Sharpshooter, Void though, he's caught. Meteor Hammer coming down. Oh, the break on the Nyx Assassin. The damage, it's all certainly there.
Because I saw that Chrono
one out of everything.
I saw that Chrono come through onto mid lane before. I was like, oh my god, it's hit 3. Here comes the Cataclysm. And then I remembered that he built an Orchid, and I was like, hang on a second. This is.
Well, I thought he built Orchid Axe, but.
No, I think the BKB second item's absolutely fine, like correct.
Yeah.
Well, I say second item, but.
Well, like, you know, that feels this 10k advantage just goes right for Axe. Age is now into the hands of the Arc Warden, who has finished the Scotty. So Mjolnir Scotty. It is very tough.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And like we said, the Scotty timing, when it comes out, all of a sudden DP's game is horrid. It's horrible to play into. Like this hero that requires our mobility to get around the fights just by running around and being speedy. 50% movement speed slow? Forget it.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, you know, I think we all stand on the same ground where we would love to see a comeback of some sort.
Oh, for sure.
We want to see a close series, but LGD, they just look so good right now.
And that's the thing. When I woke up this morning, there's 2 points that really make me smile in the tournament. It's day 1 and the final day as well.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh man, like this best of 5, there's so much to look forward to. There's going to be so many games. Unfortunately, today, you know, I woke up and I was a little bit worried that LGD, after they crushed IG so hard yesterday, we might see it again. And yeah, just really going for it. Fingers crossed relevant. I really hope they can hold out here. But it's not looking likely.
This tier 3, they'll throw down the Meteor Hammer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at that, just 2 shots.
Look at the reverse.
To really try and get out of there. They've got the silence onto the Doom. They'll throw the Dream Core down onto the 2 of these heroes. They will go for the face of sword. They've got the Doom out. They'll get the kill on a 1. That's going to be Innocent instead, but Yang trying to run away with the BKB. The Sharpshooter! It's going to miss. Eurus is in deep. He's got the BKB, but he's taking so much damage from Ame. He stands his ground. The 3-man brawl strike from Faith Beyond. Ame looking to clean up the rest. They've got the silence onto FY. They'll take out Super. Triple kill for Ame, and it's a clean 3-0 for LGD. They will take a clean sweep. The average game time is 25 minutes. They look so good.